Virtual ground systems increase interoperability between the federal government and the commercial space because of the flexibility that's introduced in the architecture for new interfaces, where data is stored, how to share information between systems, and that really increases the ability for government and private partnership to share data across different architectures.
Virtual ground systems allow us to work much faster and in a more automated way. For example, it used to take hours to set up a schedule for collections or to get that tasking up to the satellites. And now we can do that in minutes or even seconds. And that means that our operators can adjust and adapt as the day unfolds based on the conditions in the world. It's a timeliness they never had before.
In virtual ground systems, having open architecture increases our ability to insert AI and ML algorithms, which improves the overall performance of the constellations, especially as we proliferate our satellite constellations and more satellites are involved. Operators are very challenged with tasking and managing those satellites in traditional ways. So the increase of AI and ML in those environments allows the operator to manage a much larger constellation, which with fewer people and much more rapid timescales to change for mission.
I think the way that AI and machine learning will help most is through automation and acceleration. So AI allows us to automate routine tasks that used to take human beings a long time to do, or in some cases are so complex that human beings couldn't do them. And as the volume of the data has expanded, we need that. We need that automation. The other side is acceleration. The computers just do it so fast that we can much more quickly respond to changes in priorities in world situation in a way that we couldn't do when we were depending on people to do it all.
Virtual ground systems are more secure than brick and mortar systems because using technology like infrastructure as code allows a more repeatable and hardened system versus sysadmins having to go out to each server and touch each box. And that tends to be where you have faults, is like leaving the window open, if you will, in the building. And so having a more streamlined and automated way to push security patches and security hardening across your system greatly increases the cybersecurity.
Virtual ground stations are more secure than traditional ground systems. We create them by generating software-defined environments. And that means we can ensure consistency amongst the instantiations, and we can also always be applying the latest defenses. We don't have the vulnerabilities of some server that's been sitting around for a long time and may or may not be at the latest versions of the software that we want. And this is a huge advantage. It also gives us an incredible advantage through resiliency. If you take out a physical ground station, I have to scramble to figure out how to cover down on the capabilities that were being provided there. But our virtual systems are almost infinite. If something happens to one of them, I can spin up another one in seconds and have that capability back online.